Hey YouTube, it's Rachel. Today is Friday, November the 6th, and it is a week and a half since I had my surgery. So I apologize that I'm a couple days recording this video. I wanted to try to record weekly videos, but the last couple of days have been really hectic. So just to give you an update, my highest weight was 272 pounds. The day of my 2-week pre-op, I was 268 and some change. I really need to start writing this stuff down, right? The day of my surgery, I was 265 and some change. My surgery was Tuesday, October 27th. So 7, 8, 9, 10 days ago. I weighed myself on Wednesday, the 4th. And I was 260 pounds. So since the day of surgery, I have lost 5 pounds. And it's a total loss of about 12 pounds. So far, so good. I'm sure you guys remember if you watched my previous videos. I did have some issues right after the surgery. So I had some issues the first couple of days out of surgery where I couldn't eat or drink. I couldn't keep anything down. I was vomiting everything. So they put in a PICC line and was feeding me via TPN, which is basically through the PICC line, which if you've never had a PICC line, it's like a really long IV that goes directly into your body, and it actually enters the main artery that leads into your heart. So a little scary, but well, at least it sounded a little scary to me. So, but it really wasn't actually that bad. So I got out of the hospital on Saturday. I ended up having to stay in the hospital a lot longer than I anticipated. Got out of the hospital Saturday. Sunday, I went to the emergency room because a nurse had called me from the hospital to set up my home health care for the PICC line. And she said she couldn't get anybody out on Sunday because the PICC line needs to be flushed every day. So I went to the emergency room. She advised I go there and they could flush it for me. And when I was there, the emergency room doctor called my doctor and he was like, you know what, just take it out. She doesn't need it anymore. So yay, thank goodness they took out the PICC line on Sunday. So that is gone. Which is a good thing because I actually went back to work on Monday. So yes, I know I'm crazy. I went back to work less than a week after having surgery, but honestly, I'm not in pain. Nothing hurts. I'm keeping stuff down. I'm eating fine. Like, I feel perfect. Like, I feel like I didn't even have surgery. I'm not tired. I'm not nauseous. A lot of the issues that I was worried about because I heard people having these issues, I honestly really haven't had. Aside from the complications I had in the very beginning, I haven't really had anything wrong. So I did go back to work on Monday. The only issue, that I had was that I still had the JP drain in. So I still had that drain in that I showed you guys. So that was a little interesting, trying to maneuver around the drain and hiding it at work. So but I did. I actually, this is probably TMI, but I tucked it into my underwear and I tried to position my clothes so that you couldn't see it. So I tucked it kind of like on my hip area, and I wore a dress on Monday and Tuesday with like a cardigan over top so hopefully the layers hid the drain. So nobody said anything, nobody seemed to notice. So, and then Wednesday morning, I went in and had it removed, thank goodness. So that's gone. So there's nothing hanging out of me. I'm completely in one piece again. Very happy about that. So what's been going on? Not too much. I mean, my diet, for any of you that have had the sleeve, you're pretty familiar with the diet. My diet consists of full liquids at this point. So I am drinking my Isopure, which I actually have here, so I can show you. So my Isopure drinks. This is a protein drink. It has 40 grams of protein and 160 calories. It's aspartame, lactose, and gluten-free. It has 0 carbs, 80 grams of sodium, or 80 milligrams of sodium, and 45 milligrams of potassium. So not bad. So I get 40 carbs just drinking this 1 20-ounce bottle. And it also counts as my water too. So I get to kill two birds with one stone. Other than that, I can have like very liquefied soup. So if I have like broth based or low fat cream soups, I have to puree them in the blender with some additional like chicken stock. So I use some low sodium chicken stock, and I'll blend it until it's like really, really liquidy. And it's so funny because my daughter sees me doing this. So the other day she was like, I want blended soup too. So I blended up her some, I don't know, it was like some Italian meatball pasta light progresso soup. And she loved it. Like, so now I can honestly see her now wanting all of her soup pureed. So it's funny. The sleeve life really affects everybody, not just yourself. So, and then very liquidy cream of wheat, which honestly, I'm really surprised that that's on the list, like cream of wheat and like oatmeal and stuff like that. Because one, there are carbs in cream of wheat and oatmeal, first and foremost. Secondly, there's really no protein in them. So unless you're adding like milk, or like I use Fairlife milk, which has extra protein in it, you're really not getting any protein from just a cream of wheat. So if you make cream of wheat with water, you're not getting any protein in it. So I was really surprised I was on the list. And for the first few days, like I was eating it like, oh, okay, because it's a different texture, it's a different flavor. And you get tired of eating and drinking the same thing. Like you get tired of protein shakes and you get tired of, your protein drinks and all this stuff. So, but then when I was really looking at the nutritional information on there, I was like, there's no protein in here. So if you're really struggling to get your protein in, I would highly recommend against eating cream of wheat and oatmeal and stuff like that, especially because in the first few days, like the first weeks even, you're not really going to be able to get much in. So you want to optimize your protein intake as much as possible. So that's why these are my best friend right now, because I'm literally getting half of my daily protein intake in one of these drinks. And it takes me a few hours to get through one of these. So it's definitely, you definitely have to sip on it throughout the day. So I think I'm supposed to work my way up to 80 grams of protein a day, I believe, 80 to 90 grams of protein. In the beginning, I think I'm supposed to get between 40 and 50 grams. So I'm definitely doing that with this protein drink. And I will finish this by the end of today. Other than that, protein drinks, like protein shakes, I just try to make them as liquidy as possible, or I make them and then let them sit for a while so they settle, because when you make them in a blender, it whips a lot of air into them, so they tend to be a lot thicker. But if you let them sit for a couple of hours, like make it, then put it in the fridge and maybe have it for lunch or dinner, or make it the night before so that when you get it in the morning for breakfast, it's settled so it's a little bit thinner. But that's pretty much it. I mean, there's really not much that I can have at this point. So I do have a confession to make. One of the things that I promised myself when I started making these videos is that complete transparency, and I was going to be completely honest with you guys, good, bad, and ugly. So I have cheated. I have cheated already. I'm not proud of it, but I have to admit it. I have cheated. I have been craving crunchy, salty. I've wanted to chew. You don't realize how much you miss chewing until you're on a diet that doesn't consist of chewing. And I have gum, and I do chew gum in between and stuff like that, but gum is sweet, or gum is minty, or you know what I mean? So it's not the same texture or flavor. So I've been really, I'm sorry, I feel like there's something in my eye. I've been really wanting crunchy. So the other day when I was in the hospital waiting to get the PICC line taken out, my daughter got some Cheez-Its out of the vending machine, and I ate a few. And I was surprised that I was able to eat them. I was surprised that they went down. I was surprised that it didn't hurt. And they were good. They were so good. They were so good. When all you've had is protein shakes for 2.5, 3 weeks, they were good. And then on, what was it, Tuesday, we went to the movies because it was discount movie night. And I ate popcorn. And let me tell you, I think I learned my lesson, because I ate way too much popcorn than I should have been able to eat. Nor the fact, I mean, not even thinking about the fact that I shouldn't have even been eating it to begin with, because I'm supposed to be on all liquids until I go see my doctor. But I literally missed half the movie because I was in the bathroom. My stomach was tore up. Like I was in pain. And I couldn't go to the bathroom. So it was horrible. But it was good. It was so good going down. And then yesterday I ate a handful of Cheez-Its. So I've really been struggling. I've been struggling. For the most part, I've been good. I try really hard to be good, but I have had some really weak low points. So I have been going to support groups, so that's been helping mentally for me to kind of readjust and really think about what I'm doing. But it's been hard. It's been really, really hard. And then chocolate. So I have sucked on like a few, like you take a Hershey bar and you break off the nibs or whatever they are, a few of those to get the chocolate flavor. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Like as I'm repeating this stuff back to you guys and I'm hearing myself say like all this crap that I've eaten, I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Excuse my language. Oh, one thing you'll get to know about me, I curse. Like, hey, look, I'm going to be real with you guys. So, you got to take it all, good, bad, or ugly. Like I said, like, this is me. So, but I'm just sitting here, like, thinking to myself, like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Like, why did you have this surgery if you're going to sit here and continue to do this to yourself? You know what I mean? So, yeah. Wow. I don't know. I really got to put some things into perspective. So, I got some work to do. I really do, for the next time I talk to you guys. It's tough. It is a lot harder, I think, than people let on. It is having the surgery. It really is just a tool. It really is. I mean, you have to change your whole entire mental, because if you don't, you're not going to succeed. And that's the thing that I'm struggling with right now, is changing my mental focus, because I'm so used to eating whatever I want, whenever I want, and that's what's led me to being in an unhealthy state, and I don't want to continue to be in an unhealthy state. So I've really got to work on my mental, and I think that's going to be a struggle for me, and that's something that I really have to work on. Yeah, I got some work to do. The one thing that is bogus, flat out lie. I don't care if they tell you this, they're lying. I mean, not to mention everybody's different. So maybe it's true for some people, but it damn sure ain't true for me. That shit they say when they're like, oh, I love the sleeve because you're never hungry and you don't want to eat. And that is bullshit. I'm hungry. I'm not hungry all the time. And it's not like a blatant hunger. Like, it's not like one of those hungers where it's like, and your stomach's all rumbling and, you're double over in pain and whatnot. But it is an empty feeling in your stomach. Like, you feel empty. And you do get hungry. So, again, maybe it's different for some people, but for me, I am hungry. And again, not all the time. And I could definitely know when I'm full. Like, I had some pureed pumpkin soup for lunch at 2:00. And when I tell you, it is now 6:45 in the evening and I'm drinking this, but I have just probably within the last half an hour, 45 minutes, have gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, like, I don't feel full anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's not to a point where it's hurting. It didn't really hurt, but if I tried to drink this, like, it felt like it was getting stuck. So I'm finally at a point where it doesn't feel like that. So, and I didn't even eat the whole thing of soup. I think I had like 4 to 6 ounces of the soup, which is crazy since I'm only supposed to be able to hold 4 ounces in my pouch, but whatever. So yeah. It happens. I guess some people don't feel hungry and some people do. But anyway, I have rambled on for 14 and a half minutes. So I'm going to go and check in with you guys next week. Hopefully I'll be on time this time. So I want to try to do this every Wednesday, kind of keep it on some sort of schedule. But we'll see what life does. All right. So thank you so much, you two, for watching. I appreciate it. And feel free to leave questions or comments down below. And I will definitely answer them as I can. All right. Have a good night. I'll see you guys later. Bye.